Hello and welcome to the Last Rupee podcast, where we talk about games, Twitch, and everything else gaming. I am your host, Battle Forever. I'm here today with Mr. Lewis, and we're just be talking about some Halo here. So
just Halo in general.
Just Halo
as a topic. Yeah, umbrella term.
So, in the last podcast that we had an interview with Mr. Lewis, we want to discuss Halo and where it began and where it is today. So we're just be talking all about Halo right now and its adventure. So Halo came out, I don't know when, like 15 years ago, something like that.
I want to say, let's have a look. Combat Goals.
We're gonna
I want to
Google
say
it.
2001. Yes, 2001.
All right, so 2001, so it was quite some time ago. So 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
it was. Yeah, which is about right. 'Cause I was about 5 or 6 when I was watching my cousin do it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No. And yeah, because like I remember doing a legendary playthrough with him.
Ooh, brutal.
It was, and compared to like 2 and 3's legendary playthrough, that the Combat Evolved was not easy.
By far, no.
It was kind of brutal, but it helps when you've got someone else to play it with, because you get like as long as one of you survives, you get like revived and stuff like
Get
that.
back up.
Nice.
It was so funny. When me and my brother did that, we did it on Legendary one time, and like we both did it on Legendary, whatever. And we focused fire so much with that automatic rifle. It was just so funny.
You had to stay together.
It was funny.
A lot.
We always yell, "Covering fire!" And we just like go to town on one guy just to finish him. It was so funny.
Like for the majority of the game, I think it was pretty straightforward. But there was one. I can't remember the name of the chapter, but there was the one mission with the flood where you had to go deactivate the Halo ring, and it was like in the icy like area.
Oh yeah, we know that well.
That part, we was on that for so long. It took forever.
Yeah, there's just so many, and there's just death everywhere in every little corner. It's like, watch it.
Yeah,
all the things that blow. I don't know what those called.
The little fusion coils.
I think so.
Yeah, it was just rough. I mean, it was still fun. It probably would have been less fun on my own, but yeah, that was not a fun time.
I don't know. Story-wise, it's really good though. Like the first one was a benchmark for a lot of reasons, as you know. It was my what was it? I think it was my first entry like first-person shooters besides Battlefield 1942. Besides that, I think Halo was like the first like FPS game I think I played besides GoldenEye, but everyone played that, so.
Yeah, because there was also Half-Life, which was pretty big. Which was massive. Still is.
Yeah, I heard about it. My brother loved that game. I think I played it for like an hour and then just lost track of it.
You never played Half-Life?
No, I only played for like an hour and it got lost in time. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, not everyone can play all the games, but I'd highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it. Download it now.
I mean, you can get it for pretty cheap on Steam, considering they're made by Valve.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I grew up with the Halo games. 2 and 3, I think, I mean, Combat Evolved will always have a special place in my heart because, of where I started with it. But 2 and 3, I think, is where it really got me involved in it. 3 even more so because you had Xbox Live and all the multiplayer stuff.
Oh yeah.
Which people grinded it on for hours.
And zombie mode, that was fun.
Zombie mode, yeah, Infection is always good. And then Reach became massive. I enjoyed Reach a lot.
I did too.
I still don't know why it got as big as it did. I think
even the multiplayer, like it was such a change, like because I played also the beta, I think, and the armor that you had on actually changed your stats and stuff like that, but they take that away for some reason. But no, I played multiplayer on that for a long time.
And just SWAT day in, day out.
Day in, day out. Nah, this is
SWAT
really
was so good.
yeah. The firefight that they added too. I also played what was it? It was oh my gosh, I remember the name. It was with the ODST people. It was I forgot the name of the game. I can't believe that. I'll remember later. But yeah, it was based off the Halo 3 and you're basically the ODST.
Yeah, it was ODST.
Was it?
It was
Is that
called
the name of it?
Halo 3 ODST.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought there was like a specific name for it for some reason.
No.
But no, that game was really enjoyable because you got to see like the back areas of like the city and like we're just
Yeah.
like basic human trying to fight off the flood and sneak around. And I wish they actually
It's
made
really
this. Yeah, I really thought.
'cause-
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, I kept cutting you off. Finish what you're saying.
So I don't know. I really wish they made like a second version of that because it was Halo, but in a different sense of it. Like it gave more like a human aspect of it. I thought it was
Yeah.
really cool to see all that. I thought they would go more into it after they finished it, but it's still really cool.
Yeah, because like when that first came out, I didn't like it. I was pretty like coming off the back of Halo 3. I enjoyed the like super soldier being able to like destroy anything kind of vibe that you got from Halo. And when I played ODST, I was like, this kind of blows. But like now with like looking back, I finished the game. I finished it a couple times, but looking back now, I think it was super. I don't want to say important, but it was good in its difference that you were playing as just a normal soldier. You got to experience how the game, how the world would really feel if you were just part of the Marines, getting slapped about by giant aliens,
murdered.
You hardly fight. Yeah, but no, they added a lot to that game. Like, yeah, the exploration was neat, and the sense of like, just because like as Master Chief, right? You don't feel
No fear.
yeah, you have no fear. You're like this big super soldier dude, but as like this random like soldier, you're just like, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm gonna get murdered.
Get sniped.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that as much as I should have when it came out. But no, I looking back, I enjoyed the game. But yeah, I agree. I wish they had some more games like that.
Yeah.
But because yeah, it was after that Reach came out, and then Bungie handed the reins over to 343.
Yeah.
Which is that's what I meant before about it being a touchy subject, because like some people really like the game. They like the changes to how it runs, like similar to like modern day shooters with like the sprinting and all the like combat mechanics. And it felt a lot more like Call of Duty, let's say, as a comparative shooter for the online play at least. But I think where they really dropped the ball was with the story.
Yeah. Bungie
did something.
No, go ahead.
Go on. I was just gonna say Bungie did such a good job of setting up the lore and stuff.
Yeah, because
I feel like 343 tried their best, but it was just kind of weak.
I think they lost the core of the actual story. It's actually a really good story from Halo 1 all the way up until Reach. I did play Halo 5. The story still, maintained, some aspects. But I feel like a lot of the core story is missing, especially at the end. I don't know, did you play Halo 5?
I played 4. I didn't play 5. I have it.
Yeah, I
never finished it.
All right. Yeah, it's just, I guess the story makes sense. I even played some of Halo Wars, and then I didn't buy Halo Wars 2. I watched it on YouTube because I just wanted to know what was going on. And I wouldn't mind it because it's RTS, which I love those. But I don't want to buy it. So I don't know. It just seems that and now with this new Halo Infinite, is that what it's called?
I think that's what it's being called. Yeah.
Okay. So going back to the original Halo series, I guess, but it's gonna be like an open world shooter, I guess, like Warzone and everything else that's going on with open battlefield.
I don't know how they're planning on tackling the multiplayer front, but the main game is gonna be open world.
Is it?
Sort of I think in the similar vein to I want to say Breath of the Wild, in that sort of vein, but I think it's gonna have different areas. So you'll have like okay, perfect. Destiny. I think it's gonna be more like how Destiny's portrayed in terms of like how the world exploration is, not in terms of how missions are done and stuff like that. I couldn't tell you if it was gonna be like that, but looking at what the map looks like, it looks like Destiny maps.
Okay.
So like you have different areas on a planet, so you'll probably have different places to go between, to switch between, but I think once you get there, you have one big area to like look around in, as opposed to be like the older games where they were a lot more linear.
Oh, I see. That's pretty cool.
I appreciate that them trying to, you know, shuffle up the gameplay for Halo, but it seems like such a massive departure from what the old games were like. It's risky, but we'll see, I guess, when it eventually comes out.
Because I have no interest in actually buying or playing that at this point. Because I thought they go more. I don't know. I kind of like. They're very interesting. They did a good job trying to maintain it, but like, I don't see me buying any more Halos unless there's like some interest that I want to see in it.
I think it's going to be the last one, because I don't think 343. Considering how poorly received 4 and 5 were, and how like much criticism the like revealed gameplay trailer of Infinite got.
Oh, they got they got a lot of hate.
Blasted.
They got hate right after. Like, what's this armor? What's this? What's that? Like, what are you people doing? It's like, oh wow. And then they changed everything after that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they just gave up with making more Halo games. The original trilogy, while not being perfect, was good. You can't say that for the sequel trilogy, unfortunately.
True. They left it open though after 5. Like they left it way open for another game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they was always making a new trilogy. They was always going to be like 4, 5, and 6.
We don't talk about those either. Star Wars. I don't want to talk about that. We'll talk about that time. Oh my god.
Nobody wants to talk about that. But yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't really have high hopes for Infinite, but I want to be at least pleasantly surprised.
I want to see where it goes.
But I think they'll make Infinite the end of at least the Master Chief saga. If they want to make other games in Halo's namesake, go for it. But I think this will be the last we'll see of Master Chief in a game, as a protagonist at least.
At least.
We'll see. If they bring back the Flood, it's 10 out of 10 for me.
I'm surprised that they wouldn't bring back the Flood. I thought that bringing the Forerunners was actually a pretty cool concept that they brought in. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think the Forerunners, I think, were made to be like the new enemies, right? With like how 1, 2, and 3 went, because they were always mentioned and stuff. So I'm glad that we finally got to see them and experience that, but I think they probably didn't do them justice.
No, I think more. The weapons were really cool though. I thought those were really awesome.
The weapons were neat. But yeah, I guess we'll see what they do with that.
Anything else more on Halo?
There's a lot more things I could say, but I just enjoy the games. That's it. That's yeah. That's it. I think that's my final statement.
The final thought here. All right. So this is our little segment on Halo. Comment, like, ask Lewis more questions or me, and we'll see you in the next show. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.